Do you have any statistics that point out how many legally owned high-capacity magazine murders are occurred in the U.S. anywhere?
It's certainly not in the thousands. I don't mean to say that. But just on that list includes 285 people killed.
I understand,
and 295 wounded.
And every one of those people that committed those crimes was a criminal, which I think has been the point. What I'm asking really is how many actual things can you point to that these guns were obtained legally? And I want the full statistics. I want to know how many there actually are, not these supposed high-profile items that we've mentioned. Because I'm certain if we went through this list, most of these shooters obtained their guns illegally.
Illegally?
Yes.
I would think.
Well, the question is, were every one of these murders committed by legally obtained weapons?
I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
Well, the question here is that
we're
debating whether or not passing a law that is going to affect law-abiding citizens, not just criminals and people that commit crime, but thousands of people certainly in Connecticut that are law-abiding gun owners that obtain their magazines legally. Before we do that, we should have some evidence to say that there's a potential that they're criminals and they're going to commit some kind of crime, don't you think?
Yes, and from my perspective, that list is enough, although I could certainly add to that list.
Okay. Well, that's all I'm asking for, is some clarification when you present before the committee a list of crimes that were committed, ghastly murders, no doubt, but it's a limited list compiled over 30 years where supposedly high-capacity magazines were used, although I don't know that that's absolutely true in each one of these cases. Many of them, it seems pretty vague what the actual result was. And we don't know how many of these shooters obtained their guns legally. So before we start presenting statistics and coming up and making testimony saying that you've heard a bunch of hyperbole throughout the day, but not a lot in the way of facts, we should have facts, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.